Hey all, it's me, your hostess Liberty, and today we're doing something a little different to my usual. Recently, the RPG Maker Game Jam was held, and I'm taking part as one of the judging panel. Yay! We talked about it behind the scenes, and it was agreed that streaming or recording our playthroughs of the various entries was allowed. So, I decided that I will record the various entries that I get to play and judge, and present both a video and general summary of each entry to the developers to enjoy. Now, I will not be talking about any part of the scoring process itself on video, only my reactions to the game and any feedback I may think of during the playtime. This means that there may be cuts here and there that you notice because I started going off track, started yapping a bit longer, and need to cut that part out. Anyway, this is as good a statement of intent as any, so let's jump into the game! Hey guys, this is your hostess Liberty, and we're on to another game, The Interpreter. Always dash always on, as always, and let's get right into it. Freedom is a heavy load, a great and strange burden for the spirit to undertake. It is not easy. Okay. This was once the land shaped by words. Every word gave birth to a truth. People wove their emotions, desires, and magic into words and lived their lives through them. But one day the king, fearing the chaos born from the people's careless words, cast a spell called the First Silence. This spell sealed away everyone's ability to talk. Freedom of expression vanished. From that day on, only the king could speak, yet this silence was not order, it was a curse. The land that lies in your path is a trial you must overcome. You are the interpreter. As you descend from the hill and approach the city gates, you feel the magic begin to take hold of you. You try to speak a few simple words as a test, but only your lips move, no sound escapes. When you reach the gate, you nod in greeting to the scruffy-looking guard. The guard pays you no attention. He doesn't look at you, doesn't react. You only hear a voice inside your head. The king silenced us, but he also protected us. You open your mouth and tried to speak, but no words came out. Then you realized these were the only words you could say. You stayed silent and you survived. The guard was stunned that you could speak, but he liked your answer. The great iron gate opened to let you in. You stepped through the gate and moved deeper into the city. In the distance you saw a terrifying royal knight in heavy armor walking towards you. You quickly hid behind the marker crates, but he saw you. Darkness and fog cannot hide you. Your fear betrays your presence. Why are you hiding? You're wondering how I can speak, aren't you? The king granted limited speech to a chosen few. I am only allowed to speak on safe subjects. The knight fell silent, his dreadful gaze fixed on you. Inside your mind you hear this voice. One must die so that order may live. Death is the purest form of silence. Justice cannot live within the blade of one man. Those who dare to disrupt order have already accepted death. Your answer enraged the knight and he charged at you. You fled just in time, running as fast as you could. To hide, you slipped into a house with its door left slightly ajar. You slipped through the slightly open door. Inside the house, a man wearing a wizard's hat and robe was searching for a book on the shelf. You heard his thoughts echo inside your head, clearer than anyone else's. Words should not be spoken without control. When words are chained, they lose their magic. The wizard removed your blindfold. A beam of light appeared and you find yourself in a chamber within the palace. You open your eyes on the princess's chamber. She lay on her bed, restless and unhappy. One thought echoed uneasily in your mind. If they were like me, we wouldn't have to be silent. Loneliness isn't caused by height, but by thick walls. Those who are high above hear the wind more clearly. The princess stood up in the bed and without looking at you said, You must see my father. You're in the throne room. In the silence you write the first sentence, but you do not speak it. The right to speak belongs to all of us. A seal forms, not of stone but of ink and quill. You are no longer a mere interpreter, you are now a lawgiver. To speak was courage, to listen, now that is justice. Sure. Life's not a gift given, but a choice made, and choice may be a hard one. Okay. I feel like you could slow down the movie, the animation, the small movies, in order to allow time for the words to be on the screen for a bit longer and it not to... Like, this loop doesn't need to happen so fast. It can go a little bit slower so that the words have time to come up, right? And be read. You stay silent, you survive. I'll try most of the same things that I said before and see how it goes. Okay. Justice cannot hide in the blade of one man. He's gonna chase me. I'm confused why I was suddenly transported into the princess's bedroom and talked about a blindfold. It feels like we sequence broke. So we won't do that one. We'll go... Command gives birth to speech. Power cuts it down. Oh. The wizard raised his hand into the air. A seal ignited and suddenly you were standing in an execution square. When you opened your eyes, you were lying on the ground. The executioner looked up as he noticed you. I've stopped counting how many words there have been. I only remember their final words. Some cried, some stayed silent, some said I deserved it. If it were you, what would you say? In your mind a voice echoed, an order only holds meaning when it is carried out. If an order is given, there's no need, but when obedience goes blind, justice begins to limp. Your eyes closed again. The last words you heard were, I'm taking you to the king. You're in the throne room. In the silence you write the first sentence, but the right to speak belongs to us all. A seal forms not of stone but ink and quill. To speak was courage, to listen now that is justice. I mean, that's the same ending I got before. And now I can continue? What? Alright. This is going to be a really short video. Because this is really short. Alright, let's try a different thing. But surviving wasn't the same as living. The guard was stunned that you could speak and afraid of your answer. He did not open the gate, but a door appeared on the wall, allowing you to pass through. After pushing through the hidden door on the wall, you entered a tavern at the end of the narrow alley. The tavern maid, seated behind the counter directly across from the entrance, eyed you with curiosity, and you heard the thoughts running through her mind. Is love still worth the pain? It warms as it burns. Your answer made her smile. As she placed a kiss on your cheek, she slipped a piece of paper into your hand. On it was a description of a place in the city. Oh, we're in here again. Fear reigns in speech. The wizard nodded and led you to the back door of the house. As you made your way towards the outskirts of the city, you saw a goblin pacing inside a pit. He had hidden there out of fear, and now he couldn't climb back out. In your mind, you heard his voice. You're afraid. If you're afraid, you won't die. To live trembling lasts longer than dying bravely. Fear doesn't let you live, it makes you crawl. You heard footsteps approaching. Then you turn around, you saw a royal guard. He had come for you. The last word you heard is, I'm taking you to the king. Okay. It's the same ending. Is the joke that it's the same ending every time? Alright, I'm going to be nice to the guard this time, the royal guard. This will be the last one I play for this video. Stayed silent and survived. Those who dare to disrupt order have already accepted death. Then go on your way, but be careful. I can see thoughts in your mind. Stray ideas could lead to your death. You press forward into the inner castle. Hey, hee, how'd you slip past that scary knight? I didn't tell him where you were. Hee. Yep, I can talk too. It's a privilege, little jester. Hee. What, you think I'm lying? Sometimes a lie is easier to bear than the truth. So, decide, which hurts less, reality or a story? The truth lies in the tear behind the smile. Shadow entertains, but the sun warms. The jester laughs, but his laughter doesn't echo. He adjusts his mask and snaps his fingers again. Suddenly he's standing on the execution Last words you hear were obedience begins with a smile. Okay. If an order is given, there's no need to think. You close your eyes. I'm taking you to the king. And silence is the purest form of the people. You're no longer a witness. You're now the keeper of the seal of silence. Peace reign, but no word lived to bear witness. No. Interesting little game. Graphically, quite cute and neat. I feel like you could have done more with the different routes to change the endings up, because getting 3 of the same ending in a row is a bit weird. Especially considering I specifically chose different answers to some of the questions, right? Yeah. I think it was cute. If you guys want to find more routes on yourself and play the game for yourselves, then check out the link in the description below. There will take you to the game page. And yeah, give the devs some love. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Until then, take care. And this is a short one, I understand, but it's a little neat one. So, see you later.